Now, the class of 2019 select Reza Harris as the student speaker. A graduate of San Francisco State, Reza is a community advocate. He co-founded 5 Elements Youth Program, which teaches social justice through art. His own artwork is featured in the King Hall courtyard. In a gift to the law school, he painted a mural in tribute to Dr. King. Reza worked in the Civil Rights Clinic and the UC Davis Law Review, and he externed with California Supreme Court Justice Tino Cuellar. He will soon join the law firm of Cooley LLP. Please welcome Reza Harris, the student speaker.
Thank you to Dean Johnson, the King Hall faculty and staff, and especially the graduating class of 2019 for the tremendous honor of speaking here today. I would also like to once again thank my classmate Nimra Syed, because she personally reached out and encouraged me to do this. Nimra's suggestion that I audition to speak is just one of many positive interactions I've had with her. She never fails to greet me with a smile and a kind word, no matter what she may be dealing with. Such gestures are easy and simple, but we're not always aware of just how far they can go. Nimra's words planted a seed in my mind that blossomed into ideas of hope, optimism, and excitement for the future. Now I hope to leave you with seeds for your own ideas, which you can take with you and spread amongst the people you come across on this special day. Each of my classmates has impacted me in a profound way. I won't claim to know you all very well, but I want to say that today and all days, I see you, I recognize you, and I respect you, because I know every single one of you worked hard to get here, you worked hard as a student here, and you'll definitely be working hard after you leave here. So for now, I want us all to celebrate each other and fully take in the depths of what we've accomplished together. Allow yourself to breathe in relief, excitement, and gratitude for your journey. Allow yourself to exhale and expel any stress or anxiety or worry from the challenges along the way. In spite of them all, you've made it. It's time to enjoy your success. It's time to cherish the company of your loved ones. It's time to experience some happiness. It's time to turn up. You deserve it. Honestly, when I step back and confront the weight of these achievements, I find myself overwhelmed. Nobody who knew me growing up would have predicted that I would get here. I wasn't even allowed to graduate from middle school due to poor grades and behavior. I was probably more disappointed about being banned from the 8th grade dance and the class trip to Six Flags, though. I felt like a misfit with no place in school. The people who accepted me socially were those with no social status of their own. We were labeled burnouts and troublemakers, and we headed into high school with no real concern for graduating and moving on to college. I bring these stories with me into the law school and everywhere I go now, really. It's hard thinking of how many people I know who will never have these opportunities. I witnessed the beautiful youth of my San Francisco community evaporate. We've lost people to drugs, violence, homelessness, incarceration, or just being relegated to a paycheck-to-paycheck lifestyle that will never afford them opportunity to advance. I'm particularly sensitive to these issues because I feel that I could have also succumbed to them. I'm sure many of you know somebody who has dealt with these problems as well. Since starting law school, I've received calls for help from friends facing evictions, arrests, assaults, harassment, and unfair employment practices. Like myself before coming here, these people have never personally known a lawyer. I, a mere law student, have been their only accessible resource for legal knowledge. Soon after this ceremony, though, I will be equipped with tools to better support their pathways to justice. I now urge my fellow classmates to consider your own potential to support your communities and the people you care for. You have been granted precious skills and information that can make a world of difference for others. These stories of overcoming adversity and hardship inspire me to be here, along with the hope that we can pave a brighter path for future generations. Community organizations had a big role in helping me succeed because they provided me with safe spaces and personal support. They also educated me on the social conditions that create cycles of systemic oppression. I've spent the past decade working with young people as a mentor, counselor, and a social worker. It is a heavy burden upon my heart to think about all the insurmountable challenges these youth are facing. Believe me when I tell you that you are not as far removed from those problems as you may think. We are all connected, and our well-being depends on the well-being of others around us. We must never lose sight of this. Today, I prepare to step into a new world that I never expected to encounter. This fall, I will begin practicing civil litigation at an international law firm in Silicon Valley. No matter how far I may come from my humble beginnings, I remain committed to advocating for my community. Whichever area of law you practice, the issues affecting our society are going to affect you too. To my classmates, colleagues, and the rest of you in the audience, I implore you to seek to understand our world and the people in it on a deeper level. There's always more to learn. And though we have just completed a rigorous 3 years of legal study, this knowledge is obsolete unless grounded in practical reality. As Socrates once said, I am the wisest man alive, for I know one thing, and that is, I know nothing. My biggest regret from my troubled youth is the hardship I caused my parents. I know that me being here is just as much a surprise for them as it is for me. But now, here we are, Mom and Dad. This day is not about me, it's about you. Without all your sacrifice, selflessness, hard work, and faith, I would not be here. I would not have had the foundation that allowed me to succeed here. Honestly, the best part of these 3 years has been being able to make you both proud, especially after so many years of making you worried, frustrated, and let's be honest, pretty angry. But you don't have to worry about me anymore. I made it, and it's all because of you. What I expressed is personal, but I'm sure many of my classmates feel the same way about their family members here today. To all the parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, siblings, and other family and friends who helped us reach this point, thank you. The people you see on the stage reflect your greatest attributes. Without you, there is no us. So can we show our gratitude for the parents and families here with a round of applause? I would also like to recognize our loved ones who are unable to join us today. Some may be separated by long distance, others may no longer be on this earth in the physical form, but we can bring their spirits into this space. I want you all to think of someone you would like to share this day with who could not be here. Take comfort in the fact that wherever they are looking upon you today and smiling with pride and joy. We are all the product of our ancestors and relatives. By giving thanks for their contributions, we can honor their legacies. Some of our ancestors dreamed of this moment. No matter what your identity, you are descended from someone who, at some point, could have never had this kind of opportunity. But they wanted it for their children or their grandchildren or one of their relations down the line. We all have ancestors who wanted future generations to accomplish the things that they couldn't. They took actions during their lives that would still be felt for long after, knowing that it would one day pay off. This is what I would like to call the impossible dream. I will give you a personal example. My father was raised by his grandfather, a man who took him in and tried his best to raise him right. My great-grandfather could not read or write, but he was very intelligent with strong core values. He worked as a janitor in Chicago's City Hall and would see attorneys going about their business. Wishing that my father would become a lawyer, he did everything he could to support my father's education. Although my dad didn't go to law school, he became the first person in his family to graduate from college and went on to earn his master's degree. This gave me the foundation to be here, but it all began with my great-grandfather. Today, as I receive my law degree, my great-grandfather's impossible dream has been realized. Think about your relatives' impossible dreams. Those intentions brought you here too. Now we must ask ourselves, what do we dream for our future descendants? In his book, The Four Agreements, author Don Miguel Ruiz says that the way we perceive life is very similar to how we perceive our dreams. In life, we control very little of our outside surroundings, but we can manifest certain results through our intentions, thoughts, and actions. Ruiz says that each of our personal dreams contribute to a collective experience that he calls society's dream. When people project hate, avarice, and negativity into the world, the dream of society can become a nightmare. When we project compassion, understanding, and hope into the world, the dream of society can change for the better. We began law school during one of the most volatile political climates in our country's history. During our first year, we saw the most recent presidential election triggered a drastic nationwide shift. We have witnessed history unfold through Supreme Court appointments, federal investigations, congressional hearings, and turbulent protests. Never in the recent years has the United States been so polarized as people on either side of the political spectrum find themselves in unrelenting conflict. Now is the time for us to break these cycles of divisiveness. Our impact on society's dream begins with our impact on each other. Moving forward, we must always be supportive of one another, even dealing with people who may not share our own cultural and social values. I haven't always been the best at offering the support, and I also haven't always received it when I needed it. But as we take this final step, I want to tell my classmates that my door will always be open to other King Hall alumni. Together, we can continue making a positive impact on our school, legal education, and the practice of law. Years from now, when you are working in your office and handling complex legal matters that will eventually become routine, you will look back on your time in law school as if it were all a dream. The faces, memories, and feelings associated with this time will eventually fade, but the principles we pledge to uphold as stewards of the justice system must forever remain intact. This can only be accomplished if we dedicate our hearts to this cause. While law school may be over, the real work is just beginning. Let's start today. Let's leave here knowing what changes we want to make in ourselves and the conditions around us. Let's never stop dreaming our impossible dreams. Thank you.